Good morning. This is Pastor Tom Adams of the Good News Bible Church. I recently read an article in the local newspaper that said a certain man couldn't believe there was a God because he hasn't revealed himself. He went on to say that if there was a God, he would surely have revealed himself to man. But God has most certainly shown himself through his creations. Everything we see on this earth, such as the trees or the mountains, the lakes, rivers, and so on, were created by his handiwork. There's no way that they came to be by accident. There's a television personality who has said on several occasions that everyone is a god. This, too, is totally ludicrous. There's no human that has ever had or will ever have the ability to create the sun, moon, or any other planet. Only a God that is spoken of in the Bible has creative power. In the first chapter of John, it tells us that Jesus Christ made everything, and Jesus Christ is an equal part of the Holy Trinity. In Philippians 2:6, it says that it was not wrong that Jesus claimed to be equal with God. For the born-again believers, there are numerous scriptures that speak of prophecy that has been fulfilled, and also future prophecy. First of all, God told in Ezekiel 36:24 that he would gather his people from out of all countries. And in Numbers 14:12, God said that he would make Israel a great nation. And as we all know, in 1948, Israel was given its statehood, and they are now a nation. And in the near future, they will become greater. Jerusalem will be where Christ rules the world. At this time, the countries around Israel hate them, and they will make war with them, but this will prove to be their downfall. God has promised he will protect Israel, and God never breaks his promises. In Matthew 24, Jesus spoke of the future and things that would happen. In Revelation chapter 6 and 7, it describes the same events. In Matthew 24, 4-5, Jesus warns of a time when there would be many false Christs in the world. In Revelation 6, verses 1 and 2, it tells of someone coming riding on a white horse. This is a picture of a deceitful person who claims to be as God and to have the ability to forgive sins. This man is none other than the Antichrist. He will attempt to duplicate the work of Jesus Christ in all ways. And with his flattering ways, he will deceive many people. In Matthew 24, verses 6 and 7, Christ tells everyone that there will be wars and rumors of wars, and that nations will rise against nation, and kingdoms will rise against kingdom. We can easily see that in our world today. The outbreak of war could happen at any minute, and in many countries it already has. In Revelation 6, 3 and 4, it speaks of a rider on a red horse who will take peace from the earth, and that he will kill all who don't accept his beliefs. This is happening today in the name of religion. But our God, the God who sent his Son, Jesus Christ, to die for our sins, is a God of love. And as believers in the work of Jesus Christ as a complete payment for our sin, we are to show kindness and love one another, and love the unbeliever as well. In Matthew 24, verses 7, Christ tells of a great famine that will come, and although Christ is speaking of the tribulation period here, we can see this in the world now. Even here in the United States, there are many people who don't have enough food, and many are homeless. This is spoken of in Revelation 6, verses 5 and 6. It tells of a rider on a black horse that a man will have to work a full day for enough money to buy a loaf of bread. It further states that oil and wine should not be hurt. Many Bible scholars believe this is referring to the wealthy. In Matthew 24:7, it speaks of earthquakes and pestilences, and they will increase tremendously, and again we see the evidence of this already. The rider on the pale horse portrays death. He will kill by the sword, by hunger, and by the beasts of the field. The animals will be starving, and they will kill humans in order to sustain their lives. Revelation 6, 9-11 speaks of people who will be martyred because they refuse to accept the false religion that will be prevalent in the world. They will not deny Jesus Christ. Throughout the Bible, the tribulation period is spoken of, but it also says that whoever believes in Jesus Christ and him alone will be taken up prior to the tribulation starting. This is called the rapture, and we're looking for it to happen at any time. This has been Pastor Tom Adams. I'd like to invite you to our services Sunday at 9 a.m. and Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Until next time, may the grace and love of God become more real to you each and every day. Goodbye for now, and thank you for listening.